and welcome back to my channel. If you've not been here before, well done. I'm sorry for what is to come. So if you have avoided my vlogs because they are ultra dull, fair enough, don't blame you. Then you may not be aware that I have moved house, which means I have a new studio, so this is where you're going to be seeing me from now on. It's incredibly dull and I hate this red chair. So if you've got any ideas on how I can decorate this place, I would be very grateful. Please pop them in the comments below. And you know, maybe I'll take some of your advice. I really, really need help. So on to my main topic. I went to a COVID safe LARP event. I went to the Summer Moot and the Gathering, which is two events technically, at the Loco Park in Derby with the Lorien Trust. The Lorien Trust, if you don't know, is one of the largest LARP fest systems in the UK. I have been going for years. It's a really chill system with lots of rooms for creativity, which I love, and I have met some of the most amazing people there, and I just love to go again and again and again. But the reason why I'm telling you this, well, I don't know if you've noticed, but there has been a pandemic for the last 18 months, which meant LARP events have not gone ahead, which meant for quite a while there I was making a extra load of content for this channel. But that is beside the point. So when LARP events came back, there was a lot of speculation about how this was going to work, how we were going to make this safe. Was everyone there going to get COVID and essentially, you know, kill off the LARP player base in the UK? There was a lot of, you know, overdramatic questions. And the reason why I say it's overdramatic is because it is really simple to put safety measures in place that work really well. One thing I really appreciated was I had to either prove that I had been double vaccinated or prove that I had taken a COVID test up to 48 hours before I attended the event. And if I could prove neither of those things, I wasn't going to be allowed on site. I loved that. I absolutely love that. It's one of the UK government standards that have been put out, and it made me feel really secure because it meant everybody who was going had to prove one of those two things unless they had very good reasons. And when I say very good reasons, I'm talking about people who are immunocompromised, I'm talking about young children, I'm talking about people who essentially can't do either of those things for a particular reason. And that's very few people. It helped my viewpoint of the event, it helped my mental health, it helped my confidence because I felt that we could go around in that LARP event knowing that everybody had taken the maximum precaution possible before they'd even got there. And you had to prove when you got on site that you had either your vaccination documentation or you had taken the test. And there were staff on the gate checking this. They were very, very strict. There was no sort of, you know, hesitation of, well, you know, we know you and we know you're safe. And it's like, no, that's not what happened at all. And even when you got there, it was really obvious that the crew running it had really thought things through. I know they provided extra hand washing stations, lots of hand sanitizer all over the place. Everywhere that was indoors was well ventilated. There were a lot of tents that had extra panels off to make sure that, you know, air was flowing through appropriately. Areas where people tend to queue were either shut off and people had to do things in different systems, or they managed one-way systems so people weren't passing back and forth around each other, and there was spacing between people in the queue. It was really good. Everything had been really well thought out. Staff were provided with PPE if they wanted it. Most brought their own. But it was really good. Most people felt confident enough not to wear masks. I will confess, including myself. Whether that was sensible of me, I'm not sure. I didn't catch COVID, but that's not the point. I had one that matched my character kit. I was very determined to wear it, and I did wear it in a few places. I wore it in some of the queuing areas, but ultimately I didn't really put it on, and I kind of liked that most people won't wear it because it did kind of give that sense of normalcy. I didn't mind people that wear it. It's LARP, people wear masks all the time at LARP events. It's not unusual. But the fact that so many other people weren't wearing them too made me feel like they were all feeling as safe as I was. And whether that's overconfidence or not, I don't know. I only know one person who had COVID at that event. It doesn't make it safe, but it gave me more confidence that my vaccine was working. Because I didn't have COVID afterwards. I was fine. So that's given me a little bit more confidence in, you know, medical procedures, which I already had confidence with anyway, because I'm a strong believer that doctors and scientists know better than me. Because they paid a lot of money to train that way, and why would they do that unless they were actually learning something? Take that, anti-vaxxers, if you're not my favourite people. Because of general risk, people didn't attend as much, and that meant that there were less crowds, which obviously helped as well, because especially at fest systems, indoor areas can get really quite crowded and really packed in. Especially when people have been drinking, because there is a massive drinking culture at LARP. Didn't have that much of a problem with it really, because the bar area at LARP had tables very spaced out. There were large tables, so even people sitting at the same table were good distance away from each other. And this year, for probably the first time I've ever really noticed, because I don't go down to the bar very often, because for some reason people bring me alcohol. I have minions. Thank you, wonderful minions. You know who you are. And they had an outdoor seating area right behind the guilds, which is where I essentially spend my time, because I'm one of the volunteers. I run a guild. And it looked great. I've got another video sort of coming out in a couple of weeks, which is going to show you more of the stuff of the event. But it looked spectacular. Other rules for drinking culture was no one was allowed to share vessels. There was no exception, so no sharing tankards, no sharing cups, no sharing bottles. Because obviously you don't really want to put your mouth on stuff that other people have put their mouth on in the middle of a pandemic. And the fact that the Lorien Trust took the time and effort to go, okay, we're not comfortable with that behaviour, so we're going to put a rule on it to say, no, you can't do it. And I appreciated them sort of taking the urgency, because one thing I kind of noticed is that LARPers tend to be really bad at taking care of themselves and tend to not think things through, but a lot of them are quite good at doing as they're told by event organisers. There was lots of hand washing facilities, lots of hand sanitizer. If you could kind of think about it, people have done it. And people were great with the hand sanitizer thing as well. There was like hand sanitizer on pretty much every flat surface I could find. And sure, it doesn't look very in character, but frankly, when it comes to a pandemic, I personally don't care. Because I want people to, you know, not get sick. And everyone was really good about it, and everyone used it. And my friend Tony, who is epic and very talented, even made me this, which is a hand sanitizer holder, which I thought was brilliant. And it's interchangeable, so I can put more in. So this is now a permanent fixture of my kit. It's got a snowflake on it because I'm a cliche. And I thought it was excellent. He made one for my husband too, who is an alchemist, and that's their guild logo. And yeah, everyone, as I knew, had hand sanitizer on them in some way, shape or form. A lot of them, hand sanitizer holders like these, were selling quite well as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I can't fault it. I cannot fault this event. I cannot fault the safety that people took. I don't really know how things are going to go. I don't know how this winter is going to go. I know what people say. I know a variety of opinions on the matter. I'm going to do whatever I think is safest, which will probably involve masks and not going out of my house. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I want to make sure that you guys all stay safe and stay healthy, because I tell you that at the end of my videos pretty much every time, because I know that that's not always the case, especially when you're going to a LARP event. And your safety and your health is your biggest priority, as is mine, as is everyone who goes to these events. So I just wanted to share this experience of a COVID-safe LARP event with you. I'm going to do another video on the actual event itself because I got footage, not a lot, because essentially I was volunteering for the event, which made some bits a bit difficult, but I did my best and I got some photos for Instagram as well. So if you are not following me on Instagram, please do. The link is in the description box below. Thank you for not giving up on my channel. More content is coming very soon. Like I said, please stay safe, please stay healthy, and I will see you on a battlefield soon. Bye.